500 lumber, so still both of them very nice economies, both of them at 80 food, and perhaps one of them will press into 100 food before attacking. And Sky now keeping his massive air army here. I think bringing in a couple peasants just to repair all that damage on those flying machines. Obviously he's taking a lot of damage from the panda, and he doesn't want to go in with half health units because they'll just go down so quickly to the panda. And tanks being staffed. Obviously the staffing of tanks is just so imba. 3-2 upgrades on the siege engines, that's more like it. And main gold mines have run out now, and so we're really just on 2 mines each, and one flying machine now coming in from Sky, obviously just scouting out, taking a lot of damage from the Sage Protector, but even if he loses it, it's certainly not too bad. It's 20 lumber more cost than a peasant. It's not too bad, and actually managing to get away with 12 hit points, and I can't see anything here that's actually going to kill him. Actually, no, this dot will kill him if he gets within range. No, he manages just to get away, and Moon actually have staffs back a Hippogriff just for that one kill. Very nice by him. And Moon now building an Ancient Protector. That's something I guess he wants just against those mass flying machines, because flying machines obviously in such large numbers can siege a base fairly effectively just in terms of hit and run, but I'm a bit surprised because I don't think that's really a risk. That's a bit of a risk earlier on in the game, but I think we're at a point here where it's unlikely that's going to make a difference. Maybe Moon just wants to play it careful at this point because he's fairly confident in how he's playing. Meanwhile, Sky now coming up with a lot of his air units attacking this one base, and bringing in his one siege engine as well. I'm a bit surprised he didn't upgrade the air attack upgrade for the siege engines, and Moon not doing too well in this fight. Obviously you can just actually completely missing with his breath of fire there, and Sky can just sort of hit and run at this point on those Hippogriffs. Obviously Hippogriffs can actually outrun flying machines. Hippogriffs I think are the fastest moving unit in the game, not including heroes, and so you can't actually take out down sort of any other air unit just by chasing them down with Hippogriffs. But the problem is that with all the splash damage from the flying machines, you really just don't want to be going in head-on battle without your panda and stuff. And Panda actually getting staffed out at a bit of an inopportune time there. I think that's a bit unfortunate for Moon. I don't think he thought the flying machines would be coming back, because he could have got a very nice breath of fire there, but he didn't manage to in the end. And meanwhile 4-2-1 for Sky has managed to get a level 2 finally on that Blood Mage. But obviously there's so much of this game that's just sort of camping around, and Moon now coming in level 5 finally on his panda, and I'm not sure if he staffed his hero back because there was something under attack, but looks like everything's at full health, so he must have prepared it if there was. And the second Ancient of Wind obviously to produce all these Hippogriffs, which are now 3-3 upgraded along with all of Moon's units. And obviously with Roar, plus 17 damage, you're doing almost 100 max damage on those Hippogriffs. It's just so nice in terms of against individual units, especially against like Dragonhawks. If you can actually get them unshackled, that's very nice. That's why Dark Ranger is so popular against Dragonhawks. But obviously with a Mountain King Paladin and Blood Mage, Dark Ranger would just go down so quickly to Banish and then Bolt and Holy Light, and so that's really something that Moon would have to be careful about. I think that's why, or probably one of the reasons why he hasn't gone Dark Ranger third. And meanwhile, Sky now moving in with his massive army. Moon trying to get a Breath of Fire off, but doesn't quite get the positioning with his panda, and so can't quite get any hits. But Sky now at 95 food. I wonder if Moon's pushed up as well. Yeah, Moon's pushed up to 98 food, so we are going to see pretty much 100 food battles here. Sky bringing in militia as well as some mortars, which he's now built. He's 3-0 upgrade. He's putting up some towers, and this is really important for Moon. He does that. Actually, Sky does have one Griffin as well. This is really important for Moon that he scouts this out, because if he doesn't, then he could be in a fair bit of trouble when he has to fight against towers as well as everything else. Very nice Breath of Fire there by Moon over the trees. Just obviously scouted out by these little owls here, and Sky taking out one of them with mortar teams, but doesn't manage to take out the other one. Obviously you can just attack the tree, and Moon uprooting everything now, not his tree of life, but uprooting his Ancient Protector. He might just try and move this into position and then root it again. Oh, actually, I don't think I mentioned when I was talking about what to do against tanks. Obviously, you have to get Nature's Passing as well. I think that goes without saying, whether you want extra armor and everything. Sky now with a couple knights as well, and really having a pretty nice mix on his army, splitting up his flying machines, so it's gonna be harder for Moon to definitely get a sort of full damage Breath of Fire off, and also it's gonna mean that he can get pretty nice positioning on these all of Moon's flying units actually. And Moon's still at 98 food. Obviously he hasn't gone for that one last Hippogriff, but does have 2,000 gold and 3,000 lumber sitting around, so he will be able to rebuild. Meanwhile Sky's at pretty much 0 resources, so this is really an all-in push for him, whereas Moon can rebuild, so Sky really needs to win this battle if he's going to win it overall. And Moon now moving in with everything, obviously bringing in his Ancients of War at the front, just to tank as much damage as possible. and a massive air battle going off here. Obviously, Panda being mana siphoned at the very beginning, but these Chimeras are just so good against, actually are very good against both the mortar teams and the Knights and the Towers, actually, if he gets around to it. 3 Masonry upgrades, obviously, for Sky, and you can see just all these Ancient of Wars have just been brought in, pretty much Lord of the Rings here at this back, and Moon, meanwhile, has hit level 6 on both his heroes, and so Sky says GG, and so that's all for this best of 1 game from the WEM group qualifiers. I'll probably do another game now. Okay, folks, I'll see you later.